this bitch, episode 129, man. Thin line between genius and insanity, hosted by yours truly. OGHat, you know the fuck it is, man. Hey, you know why I'm here. I know why the fuck you here, man. Let's keep this shit going, man. We're in the grind 200. This shit don't stop for a motherfucking soul. Let's get this motherfucking episode cracking, man.
Welcome to Raw is
OGHat, man. You know the fuck it is, nigga. Go play on me, man.
DJ, hit me! Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all? And welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by yours truly. OG! Now spin the block for them hating ass niggas in the back, let them know I'm the flyest, highest, coolest, smoothest motherfucking host of them all. OGHat, you know the fuck it is, man. What's up with y'all? I hope out there looking good, feeling good, staying safe. It's a whole lot of shit going on in these church meditation each and every motherfucking episode. I want to shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped in, join the conversation, man. I truly appreciate all of your motherfucking support. For the people that's tapped in on YouTube at OGHatchTV, man, you see at the bottom of the motherfucking screen right now. We're on the grind 200, man. This shit don't stop for a motherfucking soul, man. Episode 129. Jesus Christ. Jesus motherfucking Christ. We're already well over a quarter way to the grind 200, man. This shit going by pretty fast, man. I feel like I'm in a good groove with this shit, man. So I want to make sure I come here today and keep this shit going, man. It's a late night recording. It's roughly around almost 8 o'clock at night. Usually I like to get in this motherfucker around the 4 or 5 range. But the Laker game came on. We had the Houston Rockets today. We ended up losing that game. We've been on a nice little run. These are some important games. So I wanted to watch the game beforehand. I usually don't because that shit kind of tipped my, my mood when it comes to recording. But I'm in such a good flow of things in my everyday, day-to-day personal life type shit. I'm in such a good flow that, man, can't nothing really knock me off my knocker, man. So shout out to everybody around the world, man. It's tapped in right now. That's finding a good groove of things. That's in a good groove. I mean, for the people that's not in a good groove, that's going through a rough patch right now, man, look, shake that shit off. When you wake up tomorrow, let that shit be over with, man. Once you turn this episode on, I'm with you, brother. Or I'm with your sister. Let that shit go, man. Be prepared for greatness, man. That shit will, take over the motherfucking day for you. It's a lot of shit I want to get into, man. Episode 129 on the ground 200, man. Shit don't stop for a motherfucking soul. I want to shout out to everybody that's tapped in on YouTube right now, OGHatchTV. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, drop a comment, also to YouTube to say. For my audio listeners, man, the Spotify people, Apple people, all the Anchor, all the Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that shit, man. Subscribe to the monthly channel, rate and review the monthly channel, leave a review, all the good shit, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all on that side of things as well. So what I want to get into, obviously, man. Since the last time I recorded, man, I told y'all, man, I'm getting into the swing of getting back outside type shit. So I told y'all, I went and got me a new car and shit. Nothing too crazy, just something to get me to point A to point B type shit. No more Jeeps for right now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to get some shit in order before I get another big boy. But the first thing I did is I went to the motherfucking mall, bro. Like, I don't like going to the mall. There's something about the mall that really bothers me. Like, everybody knows I talk shit about New York. It's kind of because I don't like New York City, the layout. I hate how it's that many people in such a small place. I'm not claustrophobic at all, but it's like I don't like OC shit. When there's just too much going on at one time, it kind of fucks with me. And that's kind of like the mall. Like, I hate going to the mall. I hate running into people at the mall. Like, I ran to a few motherfuckers at the mall when I went, and I ain't like that shit. Oh, hey, Hash, no, nigga, fuck you. like, no, nigga, fuck you. Leave me alone. If I didn't come directly up to you and speak, do not speak to me when you see me at the mall. But I went to the mall, you know what I'm saying? Had a few extra dollars on me, so I wanted to go to the mall and give me some shit, you know? So nigga wanted to just buy some more for me clothes, man. I ain't bought no clothes in hellas. I'm one of those niggas, man. I buy some clothes and I be wearing that shit for hellas. And I look up and it's been like 2 years and I've been wearing the same motherfucker me 7 motherfucking me pairs of sweats and shit. Like, so you gotta switch that shit up every once in a while shit started to get fade away. It's just the fade looked dingy and shit. Like a nigga was looking kind of crazy, and I had to look up and realize what the fuck was going on. So of course, nigga went to the mall. You know what I'm saying? Went crazy, went and bought other clothes, other shit like that. But this thing about getting back into the swing, being out in the public and being in the swing of things, I don't know, man. Like, I be people watching. There's a lot of weird ass motherfuckers out here, man. It's a lot of creepy motherfuckers. It's a lot of motherfuckers doing a lot of shit that just bothers me. And it's like the more I try to get out here, it's like, I don't know, man. I'd rather just sit my black ass at the crib. I mean, really rather do that shit, man. But it's a day-to-day process, you know what I'm saying? It's an everyday challenge type shit. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to convert to a new way of living, being outside type shit. But I will document this process. There's a whole lot of shit I want to get onto this episode, man. Let's go and get right to the motherfucking me docket, man. You know, I want to discuss how the hate for black women is crazy. You know, there's one thing that's really been bothering me that I've been seeing on social media from all these celebrities, anybody who has an opinion. You know, that's the thing about social media. Social media gave everyone an opinion. And I could be a hypocrite because goddamn social media is giving me a voice for an opinion. That's what the fuck this platform is all about. This is a product of social media type shit. You know, I really don't like the way people are treating Megan Thee Stallion. And it's weird how people are doing this because I told y'all, man, we in a day and age where domestic violence is watered down, right? And to a certain point, I'm not even trying to talk about domestic violence. I guess it kind of ties into that because we well past that. We way past the motherfucker put hands, feet, elbows, and even biting motherfuckers. We way past that. This is the point in time where a woman was shot, where a nigga pulled out a gun and a gun went off and a woman was shot. She was bleeding. She was wounded. A nigga's been found guilty. A nigga's awaiting sentencing right now. And anytime you hear a celebrity be asked about this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation, they still walk on eggshells. They still lend their support for Tory Lanez. You got Nicki Minaj dissing Megan Thee Stallion right now. You know, it blows my mind how everyone's not wrapping their arms around Megan Thee Stallion when the nigga's been found guilty of shooting her. She still getting diss tracks laid on her. It's still motherfuckers talking about how they still fuck with Tory, how they keep his head up, how they still fuck with Megan too, but they don't want to get in between. What is there to get in between at this point? The nigga's found guilty. I've never seen so many people in an instance talk about a bad lawyer. Like, you would think this nigga was OJ, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You would think Tory Lanez was fucking OJ or he just killed Abraham Lincoln or some shit. Like, he being railroaded for fucking a presidential murder. It makes no sense how everyone's in such such hesitant steps, you know, so we're discussing Tory Lanez. When it's a black woman that this nigga just shot, this nigga's not even an American. This nigga's not even American. She's from Houston. She's an American. That's a Houston ass. That's USDA approved ass right there. And y'all riding with the Canadian nigga still. It blows my mind. And I sit back and I watched. Then when I brought up the whole Joe Budden shit, when Michael B. Jordan was on the red carpet, and the old girl that went to high school with him, Michael B. Jordan got his lake back type shit. She used to call a nigga corny. Thought the nigga was a joke. His name, you know, he had his head shot to school. All that good shit. And he got his lick back on the red carpet. And how Joe Budden came to defense, you know what I'm saying, of her. Talking about why would you do that to our black sisters? I didn't even know the bitch was black. And I'm saying bitch because, yeah, I'm talking. I don't give a fuck. I didn't even know the bitch was black. You want me to have some motherfucking some sympathy for a bitch that used to clown a nigga in high school? Now he getting his lick back? What the fuck is Joe Budden standing out there on the forefront for Megan Thee Stallion? When she's still not getting the motherfucking love and support that she should be getting after getting shot by a nigga. Why? Because y'all niggas like Tory Lanez and y'all don't like Michael B. Jordan? It blows my mind, dog. And like every fuck, I'm not even just seeing men celebrities that's walking on eggshells about this shit. I'm literally seeing females. I just saw Cash Dog Cash Doll, a fucking female hip hop rapper, artist. She's a lady MC. She's a lady motherfucking C. If you would think there would be any people that would be in lockstep with Megan Thee Stallion in a situation like this, it would at least be other African American fucking female rappers. You would at least think like they got a fucking bond or some shit. Like, you would at least think those would be the people she can depend on having her fucking back. But when Cash Doll's being asked about this, everybody talking about some, I don't know what happened that night. What the fuck you mean you don't know what happened that night? If that's the case, nigga, I don't know what happened any motherfucking night. Anybody's ever been locked up for some shit they got accused of doing. What the fuck you think they proved in court, bitch? But it's not just Cash Doll. I'm seeing other women do it. I'm seeing other men do it. And these are all people in prominent situations, that's rubbing elbows with Megan Thee Stallion. So now y'all think about Megan Thee Stallion's POV with this shit, right? Not only is she a victim of being shot. No, man, I'm just seeing 600 Breezy come out and say she must have been beating that nigga Tory Lane's ass. She look like the type that be slapping a nigga around. I've never seen so many times where everybody's making an excuse and trying to justify why a woman should be shot. I've never seen this before. So not only is Megan Thee Stallion sitting back like, damn, I'm a fucking victim of being shot by a nigga. Also, nobody fucking believed me. Also, now that the nigga's been proven guilty, nobody's even fucking with, nobody still's fucking with me. Everybody's still acting like this nigga ain't do it. Everybody's still acting like it's some railroad job. Now, let me not be a hypocrite. I did come on this podcast and I did express that, hey, motherfuckers is saying, yo, Rock Nation type shit. But once a nigga get proven guilty, fam, I can't say shit. I'm just saying nigga that say, bro, I believe that the system is built to railroad niggas. But if a nigga be the case, I'm not finna be the nigga saying he did the shit. If a nigga got money like Tory Lanez got money, and the nigga can't get off, my nigga, you did the shit. I'm being real with you. I've never, like motherfuckers is saying, you've never seen a case where a motherfucker saying that they shot them, and that person's willing to take the stand, and the motherfucker didn't plead out. This shit's not gonna go in your favor, buddy. But even with all that shit going on, it's still people acting like he could still be innocent. This can still be a railroad job. It's still motherfuckers doing that. And nobody's paying attention to the African American woman who's a victim of being shot by a bitch ass nigga. And now she got other motherfuckers. Now she got women dissing her. Now Nicki Minaj dissing her. You would think this would be the time when motherfuckers wouldn't be dissing Megan Thee Stallion after she just got shot by a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody understands she's like, oh, she LIA right now. She on some other shit. She probably laying around getting fucked by a nigga Partisan or some shit. They having love type shit. They in love type shit. She's recuperating. Album probably coming in the next 5 to 6 months. We've seen this movie before. But you would think motherfuckers would give her space type shit. Or at least give her support from a distance. But motherfuckers is walking on eggshells, and it's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. You got motherfuckers rather support a bitch getting clowned on the red carpet by a nigga she used to bully that don't even look black. But motherfuckers want to throw the black card out there instead of supporting the clear fucking black woman. Hey, you see her ass? You see that face? You see that body type? That's a black woman for real, nigga. But ain't nobody jumping on and supporting her. It's wild to me. It truly is wild. I can't explain it. But I feel for Megan Thee Stallion, bro. When you truly sit back and think about what the fuck is really going on and how people is moving about this situation, it's weird, bro. It truly is weird because like nobody really believes it. Like nobody really believes that old boy shot her. Like even with this nigga sitting in jail right now, you got motherfuckers rather believe that Jay-Z mastermind all this shit somehow. That shit crazy. That shit truly is crazy, man. Moving on, man. Let's get into this nigga Troy Ave, man. Troy motherfucking Ave. Yo, I talked about this a few episodes ago about how, Taxstone and Troy Ave shit was going to trial. Well, come to find out that Troy Ave had literally testified in the case on Monday. Now, just for a quick recap, people that don't know what the fuck going down. Apparently what happened is Taxstone and Troy Ave had some beef. Taxstone is a hip-hop podcaster. He had a nice little buzz. He was one of them niggas he was one of the first niggas who had buzz outside of the Joe Budden and Charlemagne and shit like that. Taxstone was like the nigga that was coming in right up after that wave. His shit was getting lit, you know what I'm saying? But he got locked up. He was notorious. He was known for having beef with Troy Ave. The niggas was going back and forth and shit like that. Apparently, shit, one night the niggas caught each other at a T.I. concert out there at Urban Plaza, I believe it was. Apparently, nigga Taxstone pulled out the blick on the nigga. Shit, shot Troy Ave twice in both his legs. Shot Troy Ave bodyguard, his best friend, killed him. Troy Ave wrestled the gun away from the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And started riding after Taxstone with the pistol, shooting in the club and shit. A whole motherfucking movie scene, right? Unfortunately, left someone dead, rest in peace. So my prayers and condolences. I believe there was 2 other people who died that night or either got shot that night. So it was a big motherfucking scene. And for the people that's watching, the topic is Troy Ave the hardest ever? Because let me just say this. I understand that Troy Ave isn't a liked nigga. I'm not gonna sit and say I like the nigga. I'm not gonna sit and say the nigga's the dopest rapper in the world. To me, he was stealing a lot of 50 Cent shit. He was doing the Pop Smoke shit before Pop Smoke, stealing a lot of 50 Cent shit and trying to like remake it type shit. But Troy Ave is a gangster rapper, quote unquote. And what Troy Ave just did was like some of the gangsters, the thing about this life shit, depending on who does what, is how people view it. Because if a nigga like Troy Ave, what Troy Ave did, right? A nigga he got beef with, come to him in the club, run down on him, shoot him in both his legs, kill his homeboy. Somehow, some way, Troy Ave managed to do that shit. They get the wrestling and tussling for the gun. He take the gun away and start dumping at the motherfucker that just killed him and killed his homeboy and shot him. Like if motherfucking me Kodak Black did that, if motherfucking me Lil Durk did that, if motherfucking me Future did that, nigga, if Drake did some shit like that, niggas would go crazy. They'd be the hardest rappers in the world. Niggas give Tupac so much motherfucking credit for shooting that for them undercover unmarked police officers. He didn't even know. Niggas give Tupac so much credit for that shit. He shot at the cops. Nigga, he did not know they was police. Ain't no nigga in their right mind ever shooting at police knowing them niggas is police. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you think that nigga going through. Ain't no nigga in his right mind doing that. But niggas ain't gonna give Troy Ave credit for doing what the fuck he did because it's Troy fucking Ave. But now you got Troy Ave taking a stand. And now you got people trying to call Troy Ave a snitch. Me personally, I don't think that's snitching. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to self-defense, it can't be snitching. Because you can't tell, it's like this, bro. When it's self-defense, it can be snitching. But if I got beef with a nigga, dog, I'm not holding my, but like nigga, I'm not keeping you out of trouble. Like that's what I don't get. Like sometimes with this shit, when you really think about it, it's like, why we gotta keep niggas out of trouble? We don't like, huh? Why is that the case? Because if Troy Ave and Taxstone truly got beef with each other, and a nigga you just tried to kill me, and you killed my homeboy, and you trying to pin the murder on me, why would I shut the fuck up? Why would I be quiet? Because of the streets?
Wow.
You want me to be quiet? Let you pin a murder on me because of the motherfucking streets. Come on, man. Like, do y'all understand what the fuck y'all asking niggas to do? Because not only were motherfuckers trying to pin a murder on Troy Ave, because when all this shit went off, they tried to put the murder on Troy Ave because Troy Ave was running that nigga down and shooting the fucking pistol. But not only was that because you in New York, nigga, that's like 15, 20 years you shooting a gun in a public area like that. So Troy Ave was facing 15 years for shooting a gun in the club anyway. So you want that nigga to face 15 years and get locked up for the fucking murder and attempted murder. Some shit that you did? So it comes out that Troy Ave ended up testifying to only do a year in jail for, you know what I'm saying, shooting a gun off in the club and shit like that. What nigga in their right mind wouldn't take that dip? That's like the deal of the motherfucking century. You mean to tell me I did some shit? I'm trying to kill a nigga in front of hundreds of motherfucking people. And you mean to tell me you gonna offer me to testify against the nigga that just tried to kill me and kill my homeboy? The nigga I just tried to kill? Why the fuck would I shut the fuck up? That's God, nigga. That's God saying, nah, I got you, B. What the fuck do you mean? To me, this is some of the illest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, Troy Ave may be the illest nigga in the rap game right now. Niggas was talking about that King Von nigga. King Von ain't make it. King Von crashed over a girl that wasn't even his girl. He crashed over a bitch that wasn't even his bitch. That he wasn't even fucking. That's crazy. Nigga, Troy Ave trying to body niggas. Like, nah, man, I'm rolling with Troy. I'm rolling with Troy, man. But no, seriously, I think that's some of the hardest shit that you could that's probably ever been done in hip hop. And I think because it's fucking Troy Ave, niggas ain't gonna give that the credit that it truly deserve. We get 50 Cent more credit for getting shot 9 times. The motherfuckers give Troy Ave credit for what the fuck he just did. And once again, it's a sad situation. I'm not trying to, I don't want to make too light of it because somebody did lose their life. People were shot. People are going to prison for fucking ever. Taxstone, he ain't getting out no time soon. He's done. He's cooked. He's pretty much cooked. So I don't want to make light of the situation. But the situation is fucking crazy. Because shit like this don't happen on a day-to-day basis. And when shit happens in hip-hop, it usually amplifies the artist. Like when niggas go to jail, go to prison, look at Pooh Shiesty, for example. We all know the Boosie example. We all know when Boosie got out, how people love Boosie. We all know the Gucci situation. But let's talk about a nigga who's finna get out pretty soon. Like Pooh Shiesty went to prison, what, 2.5 years ago? It's probably already been 3 at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. He probably went to prison in 2020. Pooh Shiesty probably only got like 1.5 2 years left. When Pooh Shiesty get out, Pooh Shiesty gonna be big as fuck. Now, am I a fan of Pooh Shiesty? Nah, fuck no. But I'm already seeing the love and support that motherfuckers giving Pooh Shiesty. I seen one of his recent pictures just went viral like a week or 2 ago when him in prison giving an update and shit like that. And everybody posting this shit up going crazy for Pooh Shiesty. When Pooh Shiesty get the fuck out, Pooh Shiesty gonna go, his career gonna go right back to where the fuck it was. It's gonna be up to him to maintain this shit. We seen this shit with Bobby Schmurda and Rowdy Rebel. Certain shit amplifies rappers, you know what I'm saying, persona and rap career. Certain shit makes people believe you even more. So a nigga like Troy Ave, who's a quote-unquote gangster rapper from what, the Bronx? He's from New York. I'm just saying New York. I don't want to disrespect no boroughs and shit like that. I know them niggas take that shit very motherfucking serious. But a nigga from New York, a gangster rapper, nigga just did that? Nigga supposed to go platinum the next day. Nigga supposed to have a feature with Kodak Black lined the fuck up right now. Stepping on shit. Remix with the NBA Youngboy. Stepping on shit part 2, nigga. Stepping on shit 3. You better run out 6 remixes with that motherfucker. But because it's Troy Ave, niggas ain't gonna let that shit slide. That shit crazy, man. Troy Ave, I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy. I don't fuck with you. But you probably the realest nigga doing it. I ain't gonna lie. You probably the realest nigga doing it, but I ain't gonna fucking lie. Moving on, man. Let's get into this nigga Diplo, man. You know, look, man. Y'all niggas look, man. So y'all niggas out here letting niggas suck y'all dick, man?
Wow.
That's what y'all into?
Wow.
I mean, look, I know it's 2023, man. I always tell people love who you love. But it's just certain shit I never want to hear in my life. So if you don't know who Diplo is a fucking world-renowned music producer. Diplo has been making some wild comments. I don't know what show this is. What show is this? Is this on No Jumper? I believe I got this on No Jumper, but I don't know what podcast this is. Let me see if I can play this right fast. All right, so
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to play this clip. Diplo is pretty much explaining how he got a blowjob from a nigga, but he don't get turned on by men. Now my whole thing is this: before I play this clip, you gotta like. Look, I was on a wrestling team, right? I was on a wrestling team, and on the wrestling team, there's a lot of gay shit that happens on the wrestling. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now, did I ever partake in said gay things? No, I didn't do these things. Not to my knowledge. I've seen niggas on the wrestling team slap dicks. I've seen niggas, pinch nipples. It's like some weird shit. I've seen it. And it gets even weirder the whiter school type shit. I went to a black school and seen gay shit on the wrestling team. So I already know what it's like at a fucking private school. And on a lacrosse team, I'm pretty sure they fucking putting dick in ears and shit. I'm pretty sure type shit, right? But I've never seen it. Nor have I ever heard a nigga on a wrestling team ever talk about getting his dick sucked by another nigga and liking it, but then say he wasn't gay. So to hear Diplo say that he's got his dick sucked, but he's not into men, it's some wild shit. It makes me ask this question: Is there a secret set of rules? That's floating around out there. Like, let's get into it, man. Like, is there a secret set of rules out there? When you get into all this, like this, this transgender shit, people cutting their titties off shit. Like, when you get into people turning themselves into drag and shit, like, when you get into all this shit, right? Is there like a secret set of rules floating around out there in California and like San Francisco and Vegas? Like, cause this shit is weird, bro. This shit ain't right. This shit ain't normal. Ain't no heterosexual man saying no shit like that. And I'm not saying everybody has to be heterosexual. But what I'm saying is, you gotta make shit make sense. You can't sit here and tell me you are getting your fucking dick sucked by men and you not gay. You can't tell me you getting your dick sucked by men and you not into men. Now you just playing on my intelligence, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I'm offended. Now I gotta get mad and start questioning your sexuality like we're taking a fucking test. Because what the fuck do you mean you're not into somebody, but you're allowing them to suck your dick? Even if this was like a fat bitch and you was like, man, I don't even think she fine. Bruh, she's a woman, so I get that. But you not finna let no man suck your dick, but you only into women. That don't make sense. That don't make sense, Mr. Diplo. That don't make sense. You dipping a little too low, my boy. Let me play this motherfucking clip, man. Let me listen to this shit.
I got a blowjob from a guy before.
You're sure that's happened?
Yeah.
And you just don't remember?
I mean,
you're saying you're not committing to it, but you're saying you're sure it happened.
For sure.
But you don't have a specific memory of it.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob.
That's such a straight guy thing to say.
Wow.
I mean, getting a blowjob is not that gay, I think.
I don't know. You tell me.
But what were we about to talk about?
We were talking about Bill Clinton.
Because
this is a serious podcast, okay?
Get the fuck out of here. You know what the thing is? Okay, so now that I actually seen that clip for the first time, because when I only read like the quotes and shit, right? That's my first time seeing that clip. I'm gonna say this because that just explained a lot to me. For anybody that's in that clip of that, he's sitting down with a woman, as you guys have heard from listening to it. He's sitting down with a woman, right? And I'm looking at by the way he's looking at this woman. I don't believe her. I don't believe him. I usually take niggas for face value and take them word for word what they say. I don't believe Diplo got his dick sucked by no man. Now that I just listened to that shit, scratch everything I just said before that. I don't believe Diplo got his dick sucked by no man. He couldn't commit to it. And the way he was looking at Shorty, he was looking at her like he thought that was some shit she would be into type shit. Like she was sitting there smiling and blushing and shit. You can tell she was a little odd. She thought the shit was kind of creepy, but she was kind of smiling and shit. He was looking at her like he thought that would be some shit she was into. Like I don't know what kind of interview or kind of podcast type shit that show is, but he thought she was into some shit like that when he said that. And quickly he realized, nah, nigga, we was talking about Bill Clinton, this motherfucker. But I don't believe Diplo getting his dick sucked by men. That was just too awkward. But I don't even see why you know what? Hold on, man. I don't understand why he would do that. Because he fell into the trap that I see a lot of niggas fall into. And it's not even about, you know what I'm saying, getting on the podcast and trying to say interesting things. It's when niggas get around women, niggas find any way and every way to try to over-sexualize themselves. Niggas will find anywhere in the world to try to make it seem like they the nastiest niggas ever. When if a chick is into some freaky shit, a nigga tries his best to be like, I'm even freakier type shit. A nigga tries his best to make himself stand out even more. When I'm watching that clip, that nigga think that she's into that shit. Because the nigga when niggas tell him it's not gay, she look at nigga and look him in their eyes type shit. Come on, my nigga, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, I can't even count on my hand how many motherfucking times I looked at bitch in her eyes when she was sucking my shit. I'm looking up at the ceiling, nigga. Oh my God. Nigga, I'm reaching for pillows, nigga. What are you talking about? Diplo, there's the niggas fall into that trap, man. Like, men are still men at the end of the day. That's the best way I can explain. Men are still men at the end of the motherfucking day. And a lot of times men will say some shit to women and in an exchange where sure she can just be having a normal conversation. For the woman, it can be totally normal. But for the man, it's such a high pressurized moment because that nigga is not just having a normal conversation. He's trying to sound smooth and cool and slip subtle shit in there to let sure you know where he really trying to take shit. And the way that nigga Diplo's looking at her now, I don't believe he are just getting his dick sucked by men. Because if he is, that's just gay, first of all. But at this point, I'm not gonna call Diplo gay. I'm gonna call Diplo a lame ass nigga for being that old, still trying to impress bitches and lying on his dick type shit. To lie on your dick about getting some hair from another man's crazy. I don't know how the fuck you think you finna get some pussy by saying you let a nigga suck your dick. That's crazy, my boy. That's crazy. I've told many lies in my life. I've told many motherfucking lies in my life. I ain't never told shit like that. I ain't never even thought about, man, what if I said such and such and such and such? Man, fuck no. I can't even play that shit on the podcast, my nigga. Fuck no. I don't record the airways, my nigga. Real motherfucking talk. Moving on, man. Let's get into the Drake tour. Drake announced a tour with 21 Savage, man. They're going to do an arena tour. You know, I'm bringing it up on this podcast because I'm still shocked that Drake is doing arena tours. Like, and the reason why I'm bringing it up, because I'm not trying to shit on, you know, Drake's, an arena tour is fucking crazy. But people always say Drake is the biggest artist in the world type shit, right? Is he truly? Because when the fuck he gonna do a stadium tour? And the only reason why I truly bring this is because I was on HBO Max like a week or two, probably 3 weeks ago. And The Weeknd he had a one of his live shows that dropped on HBO Max, and it was at SoFi Stadium. That's where the Rams play, the Chargers play, the football stadium. That's like 60, 70, 80 motherfucking thousand people. When Beyonce go on tour and shit, she be doing stadiums and shit. What's the white lady name? What's the white chick name? Taylor Swift. She be doing stadiums. So when I'm seeing The Weeknd do stadiums, the first thing I thought was, why I never ever hear people talk about The Weeknd as being like one of the biggest artists out there, or being the biggest artist out. Because that nigga got hits on him. When I was just watching that shit, that was like an hour and 45 minutes of just nonstop hits. I forgot I knew that much Weeknd. But it's like when you think of Drake, we automatically assume that Drake has that spot of being the number one artist in the world. So when I'm seeing the arena tour, it's like, damn, okay, that's lit. That should be a good show. It's him and 21 Savage. That should be a nice little show. But it's like, damn, nigga, why you not doing stadiums and shit by now? Nigga, you been in the game for 20 years. If not 20, nigga, at least 15. Why you not doing stadiums and shit right now? But I'm pretty sure we'll get to that point. I don't know if that nigga just scared or something, but I would think that Drake would have been to the stadium tour by now. At least a six city stadium tour or something, my nigga. Like, this nigga got America on lock. This nigga got America on fucking lock. He can go to any motherfucking city. Any national city where all these fucking basketball teams and shit at, these football teams and shit is at, go to the stadiums, my nigga, and sell that bitch out. But who am I to tell Drake how to make money, right? But I did see that he's coming to Glendale, which is, nigga, right? He coming right around the corner, nigga, right around the motherfucking corner. You know what I'm saying? To motherfucking be on his last leg, his last show of the motherfucking me tour. And I want to go. I want to go. I've never been to a Drake concert, a Drake show, period. I've only been to like 2 shows in my life. I went to a Kevin Gates show, which was fucking crazy. The Kevin Gates show was actually really motherfucking good. It was for the, is it Allah? What album is that? Not the one that just dropped, but it was the one that dropped before that nigga went to jail. That shit was hard. That shit was, that concert was live. That motherfucker, he had, the line was wrapped around, nigga, the line was for blocks, my nigga. Like, that motherfucker was sold out. Everyone was way over capacity. It was fights in them. That motherfucker was lit. Like, Kevin Gates really put on a great motherfucking show. The second show I went to was Rick Ross, bro. And that motherfucker was surprisingly dead. Like, it blows my mind how when Rick Ross come out here, don't nobody fuck with Rick Ross, bro. That nigga shows be empty as a motherfucker. Like, when he be saying that biggest bullshit, I'll be like, man, I don't know. I don't know, my nigga. I've been in one of your shows and I don't know, it wasn't not nobody in that motherfucker. I'm talking about, nigga, nobody. He damn near stop performing type shit. But I want to go to the Drake show. I just want to see what that's like. But I got a feeling it's gonna bring all the women out in the city type shit. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on some super smooth type shit. I don't believe it's gonna be no drama. I mean, you got 21 Savage there, so it might be a little, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna bring out some hood niggas that, you know what I'm saying, at least, but I want to see what that's about. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's going to be a nice little moment for the city type shit, just because it's the last month of me showing the tour. Like, you never know what the fuck going to happen on the last show of the tour. So I got to go with that motherfucker. I seen the tickets. I forget what city they showed the price for them tickets. Though. It was like $300 for some tickets type shit. You know, I'm pretty sure the closer you get, going to be crazy. But he ain't doing no stadium, so it shouldn't be that motherfucker be crazy. I'm pretty sure the meet and greets probably go for like $1,200, $1,500 type shit. But I do want to go though. I do want to go just to be in the motherfucking building, but just see what he gonna perform. Like I said, I'm trying to see, like, because certain shit, bro, I just don't think you can go to by yourself type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I can go out of the country, I can go on a cruise, I can go to a resort type shit by myself. But I feel like I'm going to a Drake concert when I'm not like a Drake fan like that. I feel like you gotta go to a Drake concert with a woman. Like, you can't go to no Drake concert on some solo dolo shit. And my only thing about going to concerts, especially like concerts like this, when I know it's like far out type shit, it's like, nigga, I ain't, what the fuck, I'm gonna go on matchmakers.com for a date to the motherfucking Drake concert. Like, that shit so far out, man, I'll be forgetting to get them damn tickets, bro. So that shit happens all the time. But this time around, I'm gonna make sure I get the ticket kind of early type shit. So I'm probably just get 2 tickets anyway, just to fuck around. Make sure I take somebody, because I ain't trying to be the oddball ass nigga in a Drake concert by myself singing along in Marvin's room. I got a reputation to protect, my nigga. I can't go out like no chump. Real motherfucking talk. But moving on, man. We wrap the motherfucking podcast up, man. It's gonna be a shorter episode than usual. I want to talk about Ja Morant. You know, I promised y'all. I didn't promise y'all, but I told y'all I wouldn't be speaking about Ja Morant no more. But news has broken today. Ja Morant has spoken. He did a sit down with Jalen Rose in a full interview with Jalen Rose. I kind of seen that coming just because Jalen Rose has a history. Jalen Rose was a known gang member. Jalen Rose was known to be in trap houses when he was getting raided. He was a member of the Fab Five, my nigga. Like, Jalen Rose is like that. Like, I know niggas know Jalen Rose from being on TV, giving his takes and having a fresh haircut and shit, and having Kobe drop 81 points on him. But no, Jalen Rose is like that. The nigga daddy was a #1 overall draft pick in the NBA and didn't even raise him, like didn't love him, none of that shit. So that nigga grew up in the trenches, my nigga. So Jalen Rose is like that. And I'm proud to see that they linked those two, you know what I'm saying, to make that interview happen, just because it makes the most sense, and Jalen Rose kind of fits the ilk of what Ja Morant is claiming to be type shit. But he spoke, they did an interview. But before the interview was dropped, we seen news that Ja Morant got off like a motherfucker. Everybody was sitting back expecting Ja Morant to get like 50 games. Ja Morant only got 8 games. And they prorated the 8 games. He missed 5 games already, so he only gonna miss 3 more games. And he may miss, like, you know what I'm saying, like 2 or 3 more after that, just because, you know what I'm saying, let shit kind of fizzle out a little bit more. But the nigga only getting 8 game suspension, when motherfuckers thought he was going to get 50, that nigga got away scot motherfucking free. Now, of course, you got to think about the shit off the court, the endorsements, the Coca-Cola deal he lost, the Powerade deal, the motherfucking shoe deal. All that shit was supposed to get released this week. And none of that shit's getting released. All that shit's being put on hold. I'm pretty sure dude lost at least 50 million endorsements. 50 million endorsements already. So, of course, the hit he gonna really feel is off the court. His 8 games without pay was only like $700K. Now, $700K to me, nigga, is fucking, that's a million. They don't give a fuck what nobody said. But $700K compared to the tens of millions you lost off the court, it fails in comparison type shit. But for him to only get 8 games is fucking crazy. For him, for news to be announced, 2-3 days ago? Like no earlier than Monday was news announced that he was going to motherfucking me to fucking Florida to a motherfucking me rehab center. Now this nigga already leaving the rehab center. Now, of course, they say he was already at the rehab, so he had been there for about a week already. So he did about a week in rehab, talked to Adam Silver, got this shit out the way. Now, the main thing I really want to talk about is because these two people's names are always going to be tied together because they both was with Nike. One got dropped for the other. If you remember when the Kyrie Irving situation dropped about the whole link to the movie, and when the backlash started to come, my thing about Kyrie Irving was he didn't handle it right. If he just would have handled that situation right, it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Instead, Kyrie Irving doubled the fuck down. The reason why I bring it up now is because I think the reason Ja Morant only got 8 games is because of how proactive the nigga was in resolving the situation. I honestly feel like because Ja Morant came out, the day of or the next day, once the news had broke, with the apology, with the statement saying, this is me, this is my wrongdoing, I will be taking the time away to go get the help I needed. with him doing that kind of made so he already was taking onus. He was ahead of the shit. He already went away, and he going to get help. He already put the conversation in the direction that he's saying he going to get help. So niggas was speculating it could have been something super crazy. So niggas wasn't really going in on the nigga. He was controlling the situation from afar. If you truly peep game, because a nigga saying he going away to get help, niggas automatically assume he going to rehab. When you hear niggas going to rehab, you know you automatically assume it's like some motherfuckers alcohol or drug shit. You know what I'm saying? Some type of mental shit. You know the nigga he fucked up type shit. So when you know that, you've already got sympathy and empathy for a motherfucker. So now that you know a nigga didn't already he did it himself without being forced to do it, without the NBA telling him to go do it, the nigga ran off to go get rehab and go get help. As you gotta look at that, he already moving proactive. You know, they're not gonna punish that nigga as harsh as the nigga they gonna punish who didn't own up to his mistakes, who doubled down on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga was moving so proactive, bro, that the 8 games damn near make sense. Because shit, you know the nigga lost hella money off the court. Nigga, Adam Silver released a motherfucking statement and just said, basically, man, John Morant he fucked up with the kids that look up to him. That's basically what the fuck Adam Silver said. Adam Silver was like, man, he gonna have to live that shit off the court. Because he already did it. He already missed 8 games on his own fucking accord. It's not because the Adam Silver's owned to. He already went and took himself and went in timeout. So it's like, I think because he was so proactive in handling this shit, bro, I think that's why nigga only got 8 games. Because that nigga was supposed to be out of here. This was David Stern, my nigga. I'm old enough to remember David Stern. David Stern would have got John Morant ass back in South Carolina. John ass would have been back in South Carolina jumping on tires and shit. It wouldn't have been no more John Morant. Niggas running around this motherfucker talking about the NBA needs John Morant. No, the fuck they don't. My nigga, it would be another John Morant. I'm telling you right now. It would be another fucking explosive point guard. You want to know what explosive point guard before John Morant was? Dennis Smith Jr., motherfucker. That's who Dennis Smith Jr. was supposed to be. He looking at John Morant right now, hoping this nigga never come back. Dennis Smith Jr. was the explosive point guard before this. So what I'm saying is the NBA don't need none of these niggas. When LeBron retired, the NBA gonna keep on going. When Michael Jordan retired the first time, the NBA kept on going. When he became back and he retired again, the NBA kept on motherfucking going. NBA don't need none of these. Ain't none of these niggas bigger than them 3 letters. But I just think it's dope the nigga only got 8 games. He got off easy as fuck. Like, so he got off easy as a motherfucker. But I'm happy. I'm happy he only got 8 games. I'm happy to see he gonna come back. Like I told y'all, I can see him coming back just because seeing the amount of people jumping out there for support. Like, you see how many people that were supporting John Morant? I would have loved to see that with Megan Thee Stallion. That nigga is actually toting the gun. She the one who got shot. But when I seen that many people jumping out the windows to support that nigga, I knew he can bounce back from this shit. It's just gonna take a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, PR from the team and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, dumb down that motherfucking noise. You know what I'm saying? Probably get your homeboy start coming to the game. Probably won't see T. Morant that much type shit. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to see, man. It'll be real interesting to see how he does come back. His eligibility starts on Monday. So that'll be interesting to see what the fucking Memphis Grizzlies do going forward. But I think that's all I got on the motherfucking me docket, man. Very short motherfucking me episode. I'm still behind the scenes trying to find a better motherfucking me camera, bro. I'm getting real sick and tired of the pause and the glitch and the lagging. I don't know why the fuck it does that. I've went and bought multiple fucking cameras already and it still does it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm tired of that shit when I'm editing. Some of my favorite parts of the episode I can't even put out because it be some technical difficulty shit going on with this fucking camera. So that's what I'm finna do when I get off here. We finna get back on on the internet, on the website, the shit looking for this camera. I'm gonna go to the motherfucking Best Buy or something tomorrow, and just trying to get better equipment, bro. At least I'm trying to find get better knowledge of this shit, bro, because I'm trying to figure out that you just can't get certain shit. You just can't get some shit and think that it's gonna do everything you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get the cheapest shit just because it's the cheapest shit, that's what you can afford. Sometimes, but you gotta drop a bag on some shit. But if you truly want your shit to look, you know what I'm saying, how you want it to look. So this shit not cheap, man. But knowing that this shit not cheap, you just don't want to serve. You just want to drop your money on some shit that, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna serve the purpose you truly need it to serve. So stick with your boy, you know what I'm saying, as we upgrade the motherfucking me technology, man. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap the motherfucking me podcast up right motherfucking me there. Let me see, we got the Hate for Black Women is Crazy, me support Megan Thee Stallion, Troy Ave being the hardest nigga ever, Diplo taking this shit to a whole nother level. That nigga Diplo getting head by niggas and thinking he's still like, man, that's crazy. Drake announcing the tour, me stepping inside that thing, Ja Morant speaking out. Yeah, bro, that's all I motherfucking me got, man. With that being said, let's drop this fire ass beat on these niggas. With that being said, man, we gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. Episode 129, man. Episode shorter than motherfucking the usual. Wasn't that much shit going on, man. I don't want to talk about the Blueface shit. I'm kind of tired of talking about Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Him and Krishan Rock, you know what I'm saying? Once kids is involved, I kind of want to get the fuck out the motherfucking picture, man, to be honest with you. Just because I told y'all all this shit was going to happen months ago. I said all this shit, like he should get away while he could type shit, but he stayed. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing much for me to say type shit. I'm not interested no more. It's embarrassing, quite honestly, the shit he's putting out on Twitter right now. But I've seen this story play out before. From ain't shit niggas and ain't shit bitches. Like, I've seen this before time and time again. I'm not interested no more. This is the car accident. Like, her getting pregnant and shit was the car accident. Like, that's all I need to see, my nigga. But with that being said, man, y'all know I give it up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe. Stay short, stay sane, and I'll try next motherfucking episode. We out this motherfucker. Peace. I ain't gonna lie, man. That nigga Ja got off like a motherfucker. That nigga Ja just got off like a motherfucker, but I ain't gonna hold you, B. I am not gonna hold you, bro. Like, a part of me, like, when I first seen the news, I was like, what the fuck? I'm a Gilbert Arenas nigga, you know what I'm saying? Gilbert is my favorite point guard of all time. Gilbert is my second favorite player of all time behind Kobe. So I'm like, how the fuck is when Gilbert got that suspension, nigga, I was mad as a motherfucker as a kid. He was in the prime of his career. So this nigga Ja Morant get 8 games. I was like, what the fuck? But then the part of me was in the rest. I had to think for like 5 seconds, and the rest of me was just like, you know, I'm happy for a nigga, man. I like when I see niggas get this white privilege, man. I like this shit because you expect shit like this from a white dude. Like if a white dude did some shit like this, he got 8 games, he'd be like, what the fuck? It'd be outrage type shit. But the simple fact that Ja Morant is a nigga with dreads, tattoos, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I fuck with it, man. I'm happy, man. Get a little nigga a chance to just get over this shit as fast as he can, type shit. As soon as possible, let this shit become old news. Let him dunk over a few niggas, you know, hopefully get past the first round. Let this shit be old motherfucking news, man. Real talk. Let this young nigga continue to be, you know what I'm saying, the biggest face for the American side in the NBA. He's a bigger face of the NBA than Jason Tatum. Even though Jason Tatum plays for a much bigger franchise, but as much as I love JT, Ja Morant light is a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? So the NBA kind of They want this nigga to make this shit old news as fast as possible, man. I'm happy to see that a nigga is getting this opportunity. Real talk. But with that being said, I'm out with this motherfucker. Holla at you niggas. All right, all y'all, man. Next episode, man. We out with this motherfucker. Peace.
Welcome to Raw is
OG! Hatch, man, you know the fuck it is, nigga. Go play on me, man.